Once you reach the chateau, you will have to act quickly. The first challenge is to locate the list. The greater challenge will be to deliver it to command. Needless to say, subtlety is advisable. The odds against you are already overwhelming enough without you drawing undue attention to yourself. Wake up! I heard something.
Who's there? Look her up.
Maybe we should throw her off a cliff.
Did I ask for your opinion?
No, but I was just thinking.
Oh, you were you?
Yes, I think keeping her alive is a bad idea.
Is that so?
You know how in spy shows the hero always gets away? Well, that just sets a considerable precedent, don't you think? Sure, it's just television shows, but it still makes me nervous.
Take a look at her.
Excuse me?
I said look at her. You want to murder her?
I don't want to, it just seems prudent.
Prudent, eh?
If you don't mind my saying so, you seem rather moralistic for a man who earns his living as a criminal. We've already killed thousands of people. What's one more?
It wasn't me that killed them.
You work for the organization that did. Doesn't that implicate you as well?
They didn't ask me what I thought about it.
Perhaps not, but you knew there was a possibility that such things could happen.
Okay, maybe you're right. But that doesn't mean I want this girl's blood on my hands. Truth be told, I'd sooner kill you than her.
Then I'll stop trying to convince you to throw her off the cliff.
That's prudent of you.
I must confess, I haven't been able to sleep since that explosion in England.
Me neither, lad.
Can I ask you a question? What would you do if I began walking towards a gondola dock with the intention of leaving this organization?
I might give you a piece of advice.
What would that be?
Don't get yourself killed.
The thought had occurred to me.
I don't want any interruptions.
Yes, ma'am.
Wake up, princess. So, this is the indomitable Kate Archer, super spy. I hope Armstrong wasn't too rough with you, dear. I'm not sure whether it's his Scottish blood or his peasant heritage, but he's rather lacking in social polish. Oh, but you're Scottish too, aren't you? Ah, how insensitive of me.
Baroness Dumont, you're not what I expected.
Is that so? Sorry if I'm a disappointment.
Not at all. Quite the opposite, in fact. Meeting your husband didn't lead me to expect much of the woman who'd choose to marry him.
Oh, yes, my husband. He's a child in the body of a man. A rather large man. All I have to do is play mommy every once in a while, and I get to spend his money any way I please. And he has plenty of money to spend. But enough about my vocation. Let's talk about yours.
Your vocation? But I thought you were working for harm.
Harm works for me, darling.
I'm impressed. Not bad for a little orphan girl who went from princess to pauper. It takes a great deal of conviction to overcome adversity the way you have, or a great deal of hatred.
A little of both, actually. I wouldn't have expected such insight from someone like you.
Well, perhaps you don't know as much about me as you think.
I know enough. A girl spy in a man's world? That takes gall, surely. That you've been such a damnable nuisance speaks highly of your talents. But the fact that you're my prisoner suggests that you overestimate yourself. Just a bit. Little girl who thinks she can take on the world.
Is that so different from a little girl that thinks she can take over the world?
Well, we're both ambitious.
Too bad your ambition is so petty.
Is that what you think?
You might have done great things. Instead, look what you've settled for. Exacting revenge on people who remind you of those snobs that ostracized you and your mom after that nasty business with your father.
You call it revenge? I call it house cleaning.
House cleaning?
That's right. Every one of these smug blue bloods I scrub out makes the world a little cleaner. As far as I'm concerned, they're lint.
Excuse me, Baroness.
I said No interruptions! Somebody shoot this man! Where were we? Ah, yes. You were moralizing. Next, I suppose you'll tell me that I can't possibly succeed.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Well, you certainly have spirit. Unfortunately, you won't have anything to do with it. Not unless you can rise from the grave, that is. Are you afraid to die?
I haven't given it much thought.
Thanks to the incompetence of the insufferable Inga Wagner, you still have some time for reflection. My instructions were to give you a 10-hour fuse, but that bloated moron gave you 10 days, which leaves you roughly 45 minutes to live.
I've been infected. At the club, that dart that hit my neck.
Yes, and if it weren't for Fräulein Wagner's mind-numbing ineptitude, you'd already be dead.
You get what you pay for.
Isn't that the truth? You have no idea how hard it is to find qualified criminals these days. Nothing but misfits, mutants.
I hope you don't expect sympathy.
Not from a judgmental goody-two-shoes like you. To you, I'm just a villain. Those pretty eyes of yours see only black and white. Well, sister, the world is a crueler mistress than I. Believe me, I would have gladly kept my dollhouses and fairy tales rather than suffering through what I did. But I didn't have a choice in the matter.
You had a choice. You were just too weak to make the right one.
You don't know anything about me, girl. You don't know what I went through. Those genteel bastards disowned my mother and me before the headlines even hit the papers. Now I'm going to show my gratitude by raining fire and destruction down upon their pedigree heads.
Poor Felicity. The world spat upon her, so now she's going to show them all. Is that it?
I didn't give you permission to use my Christian name.
We've more in common than I like to admit. The difference is that I stopped taking my misfortunes personally. Everybody suffers, Baroness, but only cowards take it out on other people.
Lord, you're a righteous little bitch. Maybe it will get you into heaven. I suppose you'll find out soon enough. Get Armstrong up here. I want someone competent guarding this door.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Is that so? Well, after you fetch him, how would you like to take yourself outside and have yourself shot? That'll give you something to complain about.
Looks like you got yourself in a heap of trouble this time, eh, lass?
How about a fight?
What are you yapping about?
A fight. You and me. Mano a mano.
You're challenging me to a fight?
If I win, you let me go.
And if I win?
I'm already at your mercy. Are you a sportsman or a bully?
As entertaining as it sounds, I'm not about to stake my reputation as a master criminal on a dare from a wee little girl.
Coward.
Are you trying to provoke me?
You're just afraid I'd clobber you.
Ha! I'd be more afraid of an angry chipmunk.
I always figured you for a sissy.
I dare you to say that again.
Maybe you should trade your kilt for a skirt.
Maybe you should shut your damn cake hole before I put my fist in it.
You hit like a girl anyway.
If you're not careful, I'll fold you across my knee and thrash you till you shriek.
Nice face. Want a gun?
That would be a cruel thing to say, if it wasn't the bloody truth.
Have you always been a coward, or is it a recent development?
Don't provoke me, missy. That's it! You've pushed me too far, girlie! damned! Walloped by a girl!
So, do you intend to keep your word and let me go, or do I need to pummel you some more?
I may be a villain, but I'm not a liar. A promise is a promise.
What about you?
Time to look for a new job, I suppose. I'm definitely not sticking around here to discuss your escape with the Baroness.
Maybe you should consider a legitimate career next time.
My skill set is a bit too, specialised for legitimate work. Don't you worry about me, I'll make do.
I owe you.
That you do, and don't forget it either.
Can I ask one more favour of you?
You can ask.
The list of names. Where does the Baroness keep it?
Sorry, I can't help you.
Do you have any idea how many innocent people will die if the Baroness isn't stopped?
What do I care?
Don't give me that. Imagine some crazy woman with a chip on her shoulder blew up your mum. How would that make you feel?
My mum's already dead.
Answer my question, you big ox, or I'll pummel you so bad you'll be picking your own teeth out of your arse.
Okay, fine, I'd be sad. Is that what you want to hear? I might even cry like a ninny. Are you happy now?
Just think about all the people that'll lose their mums and their sons and their wives, all because some power-mad Baroness had a bad childhood. You want that on your conscience?
All right, enough, fine. As far as I know, she keeps the bloody thing in a safe in her underground lair. There's an elevator behind a woodpile downstairs. You're a resourceful lass, you'll figure it out.